everyone, welcome back. Today we are doing another taste testing video backed by popular demand.
Yes, the weather this week has been about as interesting as the sicknesses we've had coming through the house.
Once again.
Was it you that started this time?
I think our daughter. It's done full circle through all of us. So
sniffles, and then Annie got it, and then I thought I'd missed it, and then our son had a fever, and today I've just started to come down with it. So what better way to sort that out than to stuff yourself with some good British cuisine for your viewing pleasure.
And if you're new here, I'm Annie and this is Zach, and just over a year ago now we moved our family from California to Scotland, and this channel is all about everything that is British that we're learning about in our new life here.
Yeah, so we've done a couple of these videos before and received numerous feedback about what we missed, and there's just a lot of directions we can go in. So this one is a bit of a hodgepodge of the ones we missed, ones that have been requested many times, and just ones that we saw that we thought would be interesting for Annie to taste and for you to have a look at.
So on we go to the first one.
So here we have, hold on the plate, Toad in the Hole.
I don't know how I haven't had this one yet.
It's basically sausage in Yorkshire pudding batter, and then you bake them together and then douse it in your choice of gravy, but typically like an onion gravy.
Okay.
So here,
I'll hold it up and you pour on
what could go wrong?
The dirty juice.
Oh gosh. This could be quite a thick one, but I want a good thick gravy. The name of it, I guess, is in dispute. Some people think that it comes from the way that toads wait for their prey. Like they lay down and stick their head out in the water, and it's like the sausage is the toad and it's sticking its head out of the batter. So chime in if you know where the origins of the name came from. Cheers. It's like just a simple British sort of stodgy, beautiful, hearty meal to warm you on a cold day.
I see what all the fuss is about. I see why this is on all the menus. It's pretty good. I like it. Checks the box.
Simple as well, like soft and crunchy, sausage, meaty. And again, you can have that by itself or with potatoes. And there's a running theme here, isn't it? Like meat, potatoes, veg. It's
perfect though on a cold day, going to the pub and having this.
Yeah, it's steaming away.
Delicious.
There. Delicious. This one is I guess a slight departure from what we've been doing. It's soda farl, which is like a soda bread, but the farl, F-A-R-L, basically these are baked in a big circle and then just cut into these quarters to make this shape. And it's like a bread, but instead of using yeast as like the rising agent, they use soda, like bicarbonate soda or baking soda.
Okay.
And then, I don't know the exact science behind it, but you have to use buttermilk then to make it all work together.
Okay.
It reminds me of like what the hobbits, like the lamnis bread or whatever.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And I think these do come from, oh goodness, like Ireland, Wales, perhaps, because I don't think they had the right flour to make like fully rising bread, so they adopted it into this sort of stuff. Just looks like a sort of dense kind of bread.
Looks like a fat pita.
Yeah. So we'll throw some butter on this and give it a taste.
Cheers. Water. I need water.
Gonna need a minute. It feels like it reverted back to dough in my mouth and just glued my mouth together. I like the flavor of it, but it's not even dry. It's just very like
dense,
clingy.
Yes.
Like
it felt like someone put peanut butter on the roof of my mouth. I don't. What did we take too big of bites? What just happened?
I don't know, but
the flavor is nice. It's unlike anything I've really had before.
Yeah, it's not. I thought it was gonna be like dry but it's
not
really
dry
good.
At all.
Yeah, and it's like I don't know if more butter would have helped or not, because if you have some without the butter, it's not actually as like sticky, and sticky is the wrong word to use as well.
I honestly can't compare it to anything.
No,
like
it's really good though. I enjoy eating it. It's just a challenge.
Delicious. Just take smaller bites.
Yeah.
I can't. I have nothing to compare this to. I've never had anything quite like it.
Okay, so here we have what is essentially potentially a side as well as a meal all in itself, and it is the mighty jacket potato.
I think you can see that. I'll hold it up a little closer. Good.
So you can essentially put whatever you want in this. Baked beans and cheese, I think, is a fairly...
And butter too?
Always butter. There's butter underneath all that. Butter's the first thing to go in. And then I think the controversy is whether you put the cheese on first or the beans on first to melt it all and this and the other. So we just did this so you could see it all. But
and I've never had this variation. I've never had it with the beans on it.
Yeah.
So interested to try.
Heinz baked beans, I don't think there are any others you should be using. So dig in. Use a spoon because my fork went somewhere else.
That's so good. I love the beans anyways. I could put this bean on pretty much anything.
Again.
So good. 3
of Annie's like favorite things: butter, cheese, and like any variation of bean. So it's not surprising you like that.
Oh my gosh, I want another bite.
It's almost like a super simplified pie, just without like the crust.
I could see that.
It's like it's similar kind of ingredients and like warm, warm, hearty. All these meals are designed to keep you warm on every cold day you have.
Salty, savory meal. So good.
So here we have, doesn't sound very British, it's a chicken Kiev. The name is like Russian, Ukrainian, and actually they changed the spelling of the name to be in solidarity with Ukraine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's somewhat similar to like a chicken cordon bleu, except, so it's chicken, pounded chicken, then rolled over herb and garlic butter, essentially. And it's just, I feel like this is something you can get a lot of places in Britain.
Okay.
And it's become like a British staple. And interesting fact, it was Marks and Spencer's first ready meal product.
Oh.
We find for ready-made shop food, the splurge of going to Marks and Spencer's is worth it to give you the best sort of taste.
We don't have time with 3 kids to sit and make all these meals from scratch. Let's just be honest.
And we know already that all of these would be better homemade, fresh, or from a local source. But such is life.
Time to eat.
Kind of underwhelming when I got into it because a lot of it kind of came out during the baking. You can see why it's a sort of standard staple. It's pretty
can't really go.
And just
can't go wrong. It's buttery. It has the crunchy outside, then the nice, yummy insides with the whatever sauce that is. Yeah, pretty good. I would give that like 7 out of 10.
Scoring again.
No, we won't score this time, but 7 out of 10 on this one.
Yeah, and you would just serve that with kind of whatever you want, like potato and a veggie or whatever, really. It's just a good solid meat center for a meal.
All right, next one.
And we should say, today, we're washing this down with Scotland's mighty Tennents. It's 12 o'clock somewhere, so we went alcoholic this time.
Zach, you've had Tennents a lot. You always drink those.
It's a very...
easy drink?
Yeah, it's just like your sort of casual lager to drink.
But I'd choose probably like a cider over this, typically, so that's why I never have had it.
Here, have a try.
Oh yeah.
Very just
so easy.
Drinkable.
I could easily drink this out on a hot summer's day.
Many do, just walking down the street as well.
Or just at like a beer festival. That's such an easy drinking one. You're gonna get sick.
I'm already sick. We should have learned by now, if somebody in the house gets sick and you think you're not gonna get sick, you're just not gonna get sick now. It will come, so.
So here we have an Eccles Cake. Zach, can you tell us more about this?
Yes, originating from the town of Eccles in England. It's a buttery, flaky pastry with currants inside. It's kind of compared to like a turnover, like an apple turnover or something. And then typically has like sugar or brown sugar on top. And there's a definite reason that Annie has never tasted one of these, because to my tastes, this monstrosity would never come anywhere near this house.
All right.
I'll let you have a taste. I guess I'll be brave.
That's exceptional. I love this.
Yeah, the butter and the sugar and got a little bit on your lip right there. Here you go.
There's no negative words. I love this. Happily eat Eccles Cake.
I must say yeah, I don't actually mind that as much as I thought.
Yeah.
See? Try new things. Open up your mind.
And here we have a mini Bakewell Tart.
Yes, again from Marks and Spencer's bakery section. And again from England, from Bakewell, which I think is in the Peak District. Correct me if I'm wrong. Inside, once we cut into it, there's layers of jam and frangipan.
I have no idea what you just said to me. Frangipan? What is that?
It's one of those words I've heard but didn't actually know what it is. It is almond flavored custard. So you got the jam and the frangipan, and sounds like our next meal is ready.
You can smell the almonds in it.
Which is an almond flavored custard.
Our daughter gets these when we go to a cafe before her gymnastics.
Our daughter's getting into the cafe lifestyle,
yes.
Which is frightening.
And I haven't ever had it, but I couldn't place what the smell was.
Yeah. And they got the almonds on top and... she's thinking hard about this one.
Well, once again, I can see why it's so popular. Like, this would be a crowd pleaser. The almonds aren't too much to where it's like, oh, that's very nutty. Like, you wouldn't even think it had nuts in it, really.
Yeah, it is a very, not overwhelming, it's a very almond flavor. So if
I just don't know what almond tastes like, really.
If you don't like the flavor of almond, then you're not going to like it. But if you don't mind it, then yeah, it's... I mean, again, jam and pastry and
But paired with the jam is really nice. It sort of cuts it a little bit, I think. And it's not overly sweet. I don't like desserts that are too sweet to where it just...
I feel like the UK in general is pretty good with that. We err on the side of less sugar and sweetness. And then you just add cream and ice cream and custard on top of it to add in whatever sweetness you desire.
That's the difference with the one our daughter gets. Has a layer of light icing on top, white icing.
Oh, yeah.
And so she stops eating it when she eats all of that.
Does it have a little cherry on top? Okay, because there's a cherry Bakewell as well, which I think is more of like a biscuit, and it has the icing and then the cherry in the middle.
I've seen those, but no, it's more like this. Okay. Tasty.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
So this one, I think easily was the most suggested, requested, complained about one that we missed from previous pie-based videos, and it is a Cornish pasty.
And I'm so embarrassed. I went to our local butcher this week, and we've lived here long enough to where I start forgetting what's the American pronunciation, what's the British, and I start thinking...
second guessing yourself?
Yeah, and I knew it was pasty, but I asked him for a Cornish pasty. So embarrassing.
Did he hover and be like, I don't know?
He was so kind. I was pointing at it. He just, but he didn't mention anything.
Yeah, he's a very nice man anyway, and I don't know if he had a little chuckle. I wasn't there. Didn't have a chuckle to himself or not, but she walked away with a Cornish pasty.
With a nice pasty. So glad.
Do you know what's in a Cornish pasty?
No.
Okay, I will double check this. I'm pretty sure it's beef, onion, swede, wrapped in shortcuts, like flaky, buttery pastry, folded over and then crimped so it all stays in place. So yeah, so I think it's just like all these other pies, like makes it very portable. Take it out to the fields, farmers' fields, and yeah.
This should be a good one. Our butcher has not let us down to date, so I think we're going to be really happy with this.
Smells amazing.
It really does.
I'll let Annie take a bite, and I'll just double check our facts.
He's going to let me burn my mouth.
I think I got it right. I think I maybe missed out the onions, but it's got onions in it. And it's obviously Cornish pasty, so it's from Cornwall in England. I guess these English know how to make some mean pies. This
rivals any pies that I've had here,
Whoa,
actually.
Whoa,
I love it. I absolutely love this.
Again, no surprise. It's all of Annie's favorite things.
Salty, but it also has a little bit of veg mixed in there, which I appreciate. It makes me feel like I'm being somewhat healthy, even though I can guarantee you this isn't.
But it's designed to be like an all-in-one meal.
You've
got your protein, carbs, veg, fat. So I mean, it's not on the top of the health list, but it's not. It can fit into a healthy diet.
Got a little something right there.
I'm keeping it for later.
It really is amazing. Cornish pasty for the win. I would happily get this again at a game, out just walking around, just keep you nice, warm and toasty. So good. So here we have crumpets.
that all you're saying?
Yep.
We got them toasted, buttered, and these things are incredible. You just butter them up, let the butter like melt into the little holes, and yeah, they're hard to beat.
Well, I thought it'd be good to get a bite of butter, but it was just straight butter.
You can put whatever you want on it. Jam, Nutella is amazing on these. And just, yeah, good for a snack any time of day. I guess it's like an alternate to like toast or something, but just...
I love these in the morning with a cup of tea. There's nothing quite like it. With his mom's rhubarb jam on top. Delightful. Yep. We need these in America.
Yeah. Throw them in the toaster to warm them up if you buy them sort of pre-packaged, and beautiful. Okie doke. The hot cross bun. Another one that was requested, suggested many, many times. After our holidays video talking about Easter and the traditions, I'm going to absolutely butcher the origins and history of this, but it's typically eaten on Good Friday, and I believe the cross is to sacrifice the crucifixion of Jesus.
Sacrifice it?
To what?
Symbolize.
Symbolize, see? Messed up. Dumbo 2 talking. So it's like a sweet spiced bun with raisins in it, and yeah, because of the raisins, it's not something that I've typically eaten, so...
You hear about these all the time.
Yeah.
You see them in all the
like
British cartoons.
Easter time and yeah.
Yes, and I don't know why. I guess there's just always other stuff on the menu that looks better to me, so I never go for this, but I'm excited to try it. Funny enough, this is the closest thing to an American bagel I've had since moving over here.
An American bagel? In terms of like crunchy on the top, soft in the middle? I get that. I did warm this up as well. I think traditionally, or they're supposed to be eaten a little warm. And yeah, it's a nice sort of, it's like a raisin bagel. Like a cinnamon raisin bagel. Do you want to try it with some butter? No.
I like it just as
Very
is.
un-American of you.
This is really nice. I like this a lot. I love raisins though.
I'm not sure if you have it with like cream or jam or what, but again, I think it goes well with a cup of tea, just like most anything.
Yep.
Tea, coffee, any time of the day, and yeah, warm it up beforehand.
Good.
Pretty good. Okay, so this one is the white pudding. Now this is how it starts, and then it doesn't look very appetizing, I don't think, but you cut it into slices, and then it ends up looking something like this. Usually, I'm not eating this a lot of times. Usually it's bigger than that. Why that place hot? Usually, my exposure to white pudding is from like a chippy.
Oh, okay.
You know, like a black or white pudding. The difference between the black pudding and the white pudding is that the black pudding uses blood, whereas this doesn't. This is a mixture of oatmeal, onions, spices, and then it's wrapped in like pork fat and...
Just an extra type of carb? What does this do for you during a meal?
Great question. I'll see if I can get from the nutritional information. High in the fat, high in the carbs, low in protein. So...
Carbs.
Yeah, I guess...
Carb and fat.
I guess you could use it as a side.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let's
good question.
give it a whirl.
Good question. I don't have a good answer.
Well, just because it...
And again, I've misplaced my fork, so a spoon it is.
Can't...
Almost tastes like haggis.
It does. And for such a small bite, it's so packed with flavor.
Yeah.
There's a spice to it.
And you get like the sort of texture of the oatmeal.
Yeah, it does taste like haggis a lot to me. I wonder if it's as filling as haggis.
Yeah, again, because I think like the oats and stuff will be...
You probably do not want to eat a lot of this.
Yeah.
Don't make the same mistake I did with the haggis.
So, it was tasty though.
I do prefer that to black pudding. People probably won't like it, but yeah, this
Pretty
is
good
more
one.
for me.
And definitely not something you get in the US, I would say.
No, I've never seen that before.
Or a black pudding.
No,
Okay.
definitely not.
Alrighty, so here's another one I have to admit I have never tried, and it is a Welsh cake. And again, there's one reason why I have not tried it, because these nice little currants inside. But it's a sweetbread, obviously originating from Wales, and then it has sugar on top, also called a bake stone.
Huh.
I think because the way they're baked on like a griddle, kind of like a crumpet, which gives them their shape and all that. So
Okay. Sort of looks like a mini crumpet, doesn't it?
like
a flattened crumpet.
Crumpet with a scone, with a biscuit, kind of.
Just name everything.
It looks like something that would go well with a cup of tea or coffee. It's
good. I love the flavor. This one's a bit drier for me.
Yeah.
And a bit more...
This might be a bad example of Welsh Cake. It's Marks and Spencer's, but these ones are pre-packaged, so I'd imagine a fresh, home-baked one would be better.
Yeah, I would say the hot cross buns definitely beat these.
Yeah, it's not too bad, actually.
It's not bad, but take it or leave it for me. If someone had these out with tea, I'd happily have one, but I probably wouldn't go buy them.
Yeah. Sure, we'll be told how many people's mothers make wonderful Welsh cakes that we should try.
Send the recipes, we'll take it.
Or send your mother and she can make them for us. These biscuits essentially were my childhood fuel. Custard Creams. These ones are extra custard. These are from Marks and Spencer's, so they say M&S on them. I'm not sure that's going to focus or not. The actual OG Custard Creams, I think, say like custard cream on the biscuit, but I remember this like intricate pattern on here. It's like an Oreo, like in the way that different people eat them different ways.
Oh, they're pretty.
You can just chomp into them, or you can split them in half, dunk them in milk.
Smells like vanilla. They're so good though. Definitely, I could see this being a childhood staple. Really tasty.
Like I said, these ones from Marks and Spencer, they come like this. Yeah, it wouldn't take me long to eat this entire thing if I was left to my own devices, but just great with a cup of tea, as a snack, just by itself. Don't need a reason to have one.
They're a little sweet for me at this point in my life. I would not just go eat these, but
as a child,
I would have devoured the whole thing just like Zach.
This is another one quintessentially British that we were suggested to try because we had excluded it from other pastry wrapped meat delights.
This looks amazing.
And this is a beef Wellington.
Ta-da!
Oh, feels like I'm going to sneeze. Am I? No.
Okay.
So obviously beef inside. The beef is wrapped in a mushroom. I think it's pronounced duxelle. It's basically like a mushroom and onion like paste that's cooked and then wrapped around it, covered in this flaky, buttery pastry. And anyway, yeah. And then you got egg wash to give it the color. Named after the first Duke of Wellington, I believe. Although there's maybe some controversy to that. You like any sort of beef, you can have it cooked
it's
medium,
so heavy.
well done.
I have to put it down.
We'll cut into it and we'll see how it's cooked. So this one's obviously been cooked a little towards the well done, and that's just what we're gonna have today. Yeah, I'm actually not sure why I've never really tried this one before.
More English,
and I mean, I guess with this giant slab of beef in there, it's gonna be fairly expensive to make, versus just a run-of-the-mill little pie. Oh, hot.
This is an interesting one. Like, I like the flavors. Like, I like the mushroom in it. I like the pastry. But the big chunk of meat is lacking the flavor, I think, that I was hoping for.
Yeah.
Like, I prefer the pies more.
I was about to say, I think the sort of ratio of everything is a bit off with how much meat there is. Yeah, I don't know if this one's not seasoned as well as it should be, or... Because I'm pretty sure you don't have it with like a gravy or anything. I think it's just as it is because it's got all the flavoring around it.
Yeah, this one's missing a little bit of salt, I'd say.
Obviously, also the beef being more well done. If it was more towards the medium, then that might help. But yeah, it was not as... I thought I was really going to enjoy this one.
It looked better than it tasted,
and it's just okay. Yeah, maybe one to save for a nice fancy restaurant or something.
I want to try it at a restaurant.
Like a Gordon Ramsay restaurant, maybe?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Just nip down to one of those. Well, I can honestly say I lost count of how many things we tried there.
There was a lot.
We did a couple of them in and out of order just based on what had cooked and what didn't need cooked. Yeah, I think Britain has a fantabulous selection of items for visitors or people living here to try, and some of those were new to me, which is fun.
The UK gets a bad rap for their food, but honestly, most everything we tried here today, I thoroughly enjoyed and I'd highly recommend. And yeah, you just got to get out there and keep trying things and keep exploring. And Britain does not lack in taste or quality of foods, and I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, certainly the quality these days. Maybe I don't think I was paying attention to it as much when I was younger and living here, but there's so much stuff you can get direct from like local farmers, local dairies. Even like we get milk delivered and it's from a local dairy, which is amazing. And in the shops here as well, it will say like where the meat comes from. Even in these prepackaged ones, it'll say like British chicken or Welsh lamb or Irish butter or whatever it is, which is nice to see and know. And
thank you for joining us and watching us eat per usual. And last week we announced big news that Escape to the Country came to our house and filmed a little bit of a segment. So if you want to follow along on our journey with that, it'll be released at some point in a future season.
Yeah, as soon as you know anything, we will let you know. We have no idea on the timeline, sadly, yet.
But thank you again for joining in and hope you enjoyed.
Bye.
Bye.